Elon Musk just announced a project called Macrohard. Yes, that's the actual name. And he's claiming it can emulate the function of entire software companies. Not assist them, not automate a few tasks, emulate them. Now, most people saw that headline, laughed at the name, and moved on. I almost did too. But I spent the last few days pulling apart every public detail, the architecture, the hardware stack, the trademark filings, and what I found is that this isn't a joke. It's a direct shot at Microsoft, and Microsoft already fired back 2 days before Musk even made the announcement.
Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Join our community of AI enthusiasts with our free weekly newsletter. Click the link in the description below to subscribe. You will get the key AI news, tools, and learning resources to stay ahead.
So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what Macrohard is, how it stacks up against Microsoft's countermove, and why this fight isn't about models or chatbots anymore. It's about which side gets to control where AI agents actually do your work. By the end, you'll know which approach has the real shot at winning the next platform war. First up, let me show you what Macrohard actually is, because it's not what you think. The thesis. Why this fight matters. Here's the thing most people are getting wrong about this story. They see Macrohard and think it's some kind of joke office competitor, maybe a Musk meme that got out of hand. It's not. Macrohard is a joint project between Tesla and xAI, and the core idea is building a digital worker that operates software through the exact same interface you and I use. It watches the screen, moves the mouse, types on the keyboard. It's an agent that sits outside any single app and just does the work. Now, Microsoft's response? The polar opposite. They're building agents that live inside the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, where identity, permissions, audit trails, and governance already exist. Their bet is that enterprises will never trust an agent running wild across random apps, so they're building the walled garden version. So this isn't a model versus model story. This is execution outside the app versus execution inside the app ecosystem. And that distinction changes everything about who wins and who loses. Who's behind Macrohard? To understand what Macrohard can actually become, you need to understand the machine behind it. xAI publicly states its mission is to understand the universe, and the company has been moving fast, tracking its progress back to July 2023. They market an enormous training cluster called Colossus, claiming 200,000 GPUs with aggressive plans to expand further. And here's where it gets interesting. By February 2026, SpaceX officially acquired xAI. That's not just a financial detail, that's infrastructure consolidation. Because what Musk is building isn't a standalone product, it's a flywheel. Tesla handles chip design with their AI4 silicon. xAI brings the models and the massive compute cluster. SpaceX adds orbital data centers and global connectivity. And X gives them a consumer distribution channel with hundreds of millions of users. So when Reuters reports that Macrohard is designed to run on Tesla's AI4 chip paired with xAI's NVIDIA server hardware, you start to see the play. This is a vertically integrated stack from silicon all the way up to the agent that clicks your mouse. What Microsoft is defending. Now let's talk about the other side of this fight, because Microsoft is not sitting still. Their mission has always been to empower every person and every organization to achieve more. Classic productivity framing. But what they've built over 5 decades is something much harder to replicate than a mission statement. It's a governed work graph. Office, Windows, identity management, compliance tools, enterprise security, the entire workflow surface area where business actually happens. Satya Nadella has been steering the cloud transformation since 2014, and the core strategy now is pretty clear. Keep agents governed, make the underlying models swappable, and own distribution. Because if you already control where work gets done, you just need to make sure the agents stay inside your walls. But here's what it gets really interesting. Microsoft isn't locked into one AI provider anymore. What Macrohard actually is, architecture breakdown. Let's ground this in what's actually been described publicly, because there's a lot of speculation flying around. According to Reuters, Macrohard, also called Digital Optimus, pairs xAI's Grok model as a high-level navigator with a Tesla-developed AI agent that processes real-time screen video along with keyboard and mouse actions. Think of it as three loops working together: a planner that decides what to do next, a perception loop that watches the screen in real time, and an action loop that moves the cursor and types. All of it operating at the user interface layer. This is not an API integration. This is not a plugin. This is an agent that interacts with software the exact same way a human employee would, by looking at what's on screen and clicking through it. Musk framed this as being capable of emulating the function of entire companies, and the name Macrohard is a deliberate shot at Microsoft. Reuters also reports that xAI filed a trademark application for Macrohard back in August 2025, so this has been in the works for a while. Now here's the big unknown that nobody is talking about enough. There's no official product page, no API spec, no enterprise pricing, and no public benchmark report for Macrohard itself. Everything we know comes from the architecture-level description and some reporting about internal development. So we're evaluating a concept and a direction, not a shipped product. Keep that in mind as we go deeper. Microsoft's counter move, Copilot Cowork. Microsoft's direct answer dropped just 2 days before Macrohard's announcement, and the timing tells you everything about how seriously they're taking this. Copilot Cowork is described as a cloud-based tool inspired by Anthropic's agent product, designed to execute tasks across Microsoft 365 apps and files. It builds spreadsheets, organizes data, creates applications, all with limited human oversight, but within Microsoft 365's security and governance boundaries. And here's the critical difference from Macrohard. Microsoft explicitly positions this as operating only in a cloud environment and only on behalf of the user. That means the agent can only access what you have permission to access. It inherits your identity. It respects your tenant boundaries. For enterprise buyers who care about compliance and audit trails, that's not a limitation. That's the entire selling point. Under the hood, Microsoft 365 Copilot's architecture grounds every prompt using Microsoft Graph within your tenant, enforcing user identity permissions for what content can be touched. And for builders who want to extend this, Copilot Studio provides tool-based orchestration and connectors to wire agents into both internal and external systems. Reuters also reports something that caught my eye. Microsoft is adding Anthropic's technology and models into Microsoft 365 Copilot. That means they're not just relying on OpenAI anymore. They're building a multi-model platform where the AI provider becomes a swappable layer underneath the governed agent execution. That's a very different philosophy from Macrohard's all-in approach with Grok. The model stack. Grok versus Microsoft's multi-model play. Let's talk about what's powering each side, because the model layer tells you a lot about the long-term strategy. Macrohard is anchored entirely in Grok. xAI's release notes for Grok 4.1 describe a heavy reinforcement learning push and a full agent toolkit: web search, xsearch, code execution, document search, and MCP connectors. They also publish transparent API pricing for Grok 4.1 Fast: 20 cents per million input tokens, 50 cents per million output tokens, plus tool invocation costs starting at $5 per thousand successful calls. On the privacy front, xAI states they don't train on your API inputs and outputs without explicit permission, and they retain data for 30 days for abuse auditing before deletion. That's a reasonable baseline, though enterprise buyers will want to see more granular controls. Microsoft's approach is deliberately multi-supplier. Their February 2026 joint statement with OpenAI reaffirms that Azure remains the exclusive cloud provider for stateless OpenAI APIs, and Microsoft retains access and license rights to OpenAI's model and product IP. But they're simultaneously bringing in Anthropic and investing in their own Phi model family through Microsoft Research. The Phi 4 technical report describes a 14 billion parameter model focused on data quality and synthetic data, and the newer Phi 4 reasoning vision model explicitly discusses GUI grounding and computer using agent relevance. meaning Microsoft Research is quietly building the exact kind of UI understanding capabilities that Macrohard needs, but in compact, deployable packages designed for regulated and sovereign environments. Runker benchmarks, what we can actually compare. Now here's where I need to be honest with you, because most comparisons in this space are misleading. Macrohard doesn't have published benchmarks yet. It's an announced system, not a tested product. But we can look at proxy signals from the Grok models that would power it. xAI claims Grok 4.1 fast hits a perfect score on the Tau squared bench telecom evaluation with independent verification noted by artificial analysis. They also report 72% accuracy on the Berkeley function calling v4 benchmark. These suggest the navigator and tools layer is being optimized hard for reliable action selection, which is exactly what a computer-using agent needs. On the Microsoft side, the most transparent public numbers come from the 5.4 Reasoning Vision Technical Report. It includes benchmark results across multimodal tasks, including ScreenSpot v2, which is specifically a UI-focused benchmark. The report also publishes safety defect rates, 1.4% for text-to-text and 4.5% for image-to-text in automated content safety evaluation. But here's what matters. Microsoft isn't competing on raw model performance alone. Their pitch is security plus governed execution as the differentiator. You won't find a neat benchmark table for Copilot Cowork because Microsoft is selling trust, not test scores. Safety and trust, the real battleground. This section might be the most important part of this video, because agent safety isn't about whether the AI says something rude. It's about whether it can be tricked into taking the wrong action inside your business systems. A UI operating agent like Macrohard can, by design, access whatever the user can access. And it can be manipulated through prompt injection. Malicious instructions hidden in documents, web pages, or emails that hijack the agent's behavior. xAI acknowledges this directly in their own safety materials, which discuss measuring and mitigating prompt injection and jailbreak robustness in agentic settings. Their Grok 4.1 model card includes concrete tables with low answer rates on refusal and jailbreak evaluations, and includes prompt injection attack success rate measurements. Microsoft leans into this exact risk narrative, but frames their solution differently. Cloud-only execution, explicit access boundaries, and enterprise governance. In their world, the agent can't go rogue because it physically can't access anything outside your permission boundary. On the privacy side, xAI says no training on API data without permission. 30-day retention for audit purposes. Microsoft's documentation states that Copilot Chat and Microsoft 365 Copilot don't use tenant data to train foundation models under enterprise protections, and Azure OpenAI documentation confirms prompts and completions aren't used for model training either. Here's the practical takeaway. Agents that can take real actions across business software and personal data are going to face increasing regulatory scrutiny around transparency, audit logs, and security testing. The EU's AI regulatory framework continues evolving, and frameworks like NIST's AI Risk Management Framework are becoming standard reference points. Regardless of which company ships first, both will have to answer the same hard questions. Who wins which customers? So now let's talk about where this actually lands. Macrohard's upside is massive. UI-level agents are the ultimate interoperability hack. Any app, any website, no integration needed. You don't have to wait for an API or a partnership or a connector. If a human can click through it, the agent can too. But that's also the downside. UI state is fragile. Websites change layouts. Applications update their interfaces. Security boundaries become incredibly tricky when the agent is just watching pixels and clicking. There's no structured permission model, no audit trail baked in, no way to guarantee the agent understood the screen correctly. Microsoft's advantage is distribution and governance. Microsoft 365 is already where work happens for hundreds of millions of knowledge workers. Their Copilot architecture is built around tenant identity permissions from day one. For regulated industries, finance, healthcare, government, that's not optional. That's table stakes. But Microsoft's risk is real too. If agents become truly app agnostic and reliable, if somebody solves the fragile UI problem, then the suite becomes less sticky. Work execution migrates to whoever owns the best agent runtime and the most competitive compute economics. And that's exactly the future Musk is betting on. The honest assessment? In the near term, the next 12 to 18 months, Microsoft's governed approach wins enterprise adoption because trust and compliance aren't optional. In the longer term, if Macrohard's approach matures and proves reliable, the outside-the-app model becomes a genuine existential threat to every software company that relies on vendor lock-in. So Macrohard versus Microsoft isn't a meme. It's a signal. The next step after chatbots is agentic execution, and the real fight is over where that execution lives. Outside the apps, operating through the screen like a human would, or inside the ecosystem, governed by the identity and permission systems enterprises already trust. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do a follow-up hands-on breakdown of the best public computer use benchmarks and what it would actually take to evaluate Macrohard fairly once it's testable. And drop a comment with your take. Should AI agents be allowed to click and take actions on their own, or should they only suggest what to do and let humans execute? I genuinely want to hear where you stand on this. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.